I've had it. I'm done. I may never build a raised bed garden out of lumber again. Hi, I'm Tim. Welcome to the Shades of Green Show. I'm excited about this one today because we have got a brand new raised bed garden kit. Now, over the years, lots of different vendors have offered Shades of Green different kits, some made out of plastic, which we thought was kind of cheap, or wooden kits, which were either too heavy or bulky, or the wood was too flimsy. We've passed on every one of them because we didn't think they would hold up to the various temperatures that we have here in Texas. Cold, wet winters, and then Lord knows what's going to happen in the heat of the summer. So we wanted a product that would really hold up for a long period of time, and we think we have found it. In fact, we're almost certain we found it. This is the Vego Garden metal raised bed modular kit. And what we love about this is that it comes in a variety of colors and you have all kinds of options. This is the 6-in-1 kit, and with this one kit, I can design a garden in 6 different configurations, different sizes and different shapes, depending on the space I have available. No more going to the big box stores and buying lumber and having either them cut it or you cut it, and having a vehicle that you can carry it all home in. You don't need a ton of tools. This whole thing will assemble with a Phillips head screwdriver and the little tool that's included. So let's crack it open and see what we've got. Another great thing about this, as you can see, the box is not that big. This weighs less than 30 pounds. Anybody could pick this up and put it in their car. Check this out. Everything you need is right inside. This kit is 17 inches tall. There's also another one that's about 32, 35 inches tall. So if you want one that was waist high, you can absolutely do it. 17 inches is perfect for almost any vegetable crop that you want to plant. These also work great for flowers. I mean, it's basically an instant flower bed. All right, so we've got our panels. These are our corners. There's 4 of them. Holes are already drilled. Does come with instructions. Simple, easy to follow. Shows you all the different configurations that you can do. On this one, I have all these different choices. I can make it square, I can make it long and thin, I can make it a little less long and a little wider. And then here are the side panels right here. Now there is a thin layer of plastic on these that helps protect them so they don't rub against each other during shipping and get all scratched up. And you can take this off, all of it, before you start assembling, or a little tip that I've learned is that if you pull it off the holes, like so, on each piece, I'm going to pull it back off the holes and assemble it. And once it's all put together, then I'm going to pull the plastic off the whole thing. That way, if I accidentally slam 2 pieces together while I'm trying to assemble, I don't get a scratch. Now this is tough, durable stuff. It's a zinc coating on these things with a wonderful paint that's safe for your vegetables. And because the zinc alloy in this, you don't have to worry about any contamination into your vegetables. This kit could be the answer to mine and your problems as well. All right, so there's our side panels. Here is our hardware. And that's all that's in the box. So the easiest way to build these, my table is not big enough for the configuration I'm going to do. So we're going to move the table out of the way. You want to do this on a flat level surface, and then once it's built, you're going to carry it over to wherever you're going to use it. Now, if where you're planning to have it is already flat and level, then yeah, go ahead and build it right there. First thing you want to do is lay it out in a configuration that you want. I'm going to do the 5 foot by 3.5 foot configuration, because I want a little heft to this bed. I want some width. That's going to use every single panel in the kit. And what you want to do, like I said, I peel the plastic back to reveal the holes. You can take it all the way off if you want. I just don't want to risk scratching these up until I get it in place. It comes with all the parts you need. You got your bolts, you got your screws, you got your washers. You've got 2 types of nuts on the back. You've got your standard bolt there, and then, nut, and then we've got a locking nut. The locking ones are going to go on the top 2 rows, and then you're going to use these on all the bottom rows. And again, you simply just pop your screw in the hole. Like that, get it lined up, put a washer on, and because I'm on the top 2 rows, I'm going to use the cap. And these all go on the inside, and on the outside you have the Phillips head screw, the flathead of the bolt on the outside. So I'm just going to repeat this all the way around, and then once we're done, we'll go back. I'll put a Phillips head screwdriver on that side, then use a little tool that comes in the kit to hold it down and tighten it up. Could not be simpler. All right, as you can see, we've got it set up. This is 3.5 feet wide, 5 feet long. I used every panel in the kit. If you decided to build one of the other configurations, because again, you have 6 different choices, you might not use every piece. But for this setup, we did. As you can see, this is a beautiful olive green. It comes in several colors. I like this one. For the spot we're going to put in, I think it's going to look great. We've got our lock nuts on the top and our standard nuts here on the lower sections. And now all I'm going to do is take my Leatherman tool and hold the Phillips head side in place, and then use the tool that came in the kit to tighten all of them up. We'll remove the plastic, and then there's one final step before we take it and put it in place. I will let you know it did come with some extra parts, so if you dropped one and it rolled down under your deck or under your car or somewhere you just couldn't find it, it's not the end of the world. It took us about 30 minutes to do all this. My wife did help me. I will tell you, if I do another one, and I certainly will because this is super easy, take all your parts, separate all your washers, all your bolts, and all your nuts, and have them in separate piles. It'll go much quicker. And I found it helped having someone on one side hold it in place while someone on the inside put the washer and the nut on. But all in all, one person could absolutely do this in under 30, 45 minutes easy. The first one, a little bit of learning curve. The next time I build one of these, I bet I could do it in half the time. So I'm just going to use my Leatherman tool. You could use any Phillips head screwdriver, but this is what I have. Hold that in place, and then the tool that came with the kit, I'm just going to spin it around and let it do all the work. Now, if I didn't mention it already, the nuts and bolts, all the hardware, stainless steel, so you don't have to worry about them rusting and corroding once you fill this up with dirt. This thing is going to hold together for quite a while. It's rated for a 20-year lifespan. As you can see, we took the plastic off, and now I've got this beautiful olive green color. It's going to look great in the spot that I'm going to put it in. Now, you're looking at this and going, wait, there's a metal edge. What if somebody gets cut? Well, the great folks at Vego Garden thought of everything. Your kit's going to come with this rubber bumper that you're going to just, it's got a little slot here, come along here, and it just slides right on. Once that's on, we'll cut it to length, then we'll just pick it up. It's easy enough for one person to lift easily. We'll take it to where we want it to be, put it in place, and then I'll go over how to fill this. This is 17 inches deep, and if you're thinking you're going to fill the whole thing with soil, that could be kind of expensive. But we're going to use some logs and stuff here at the bottom and some other yard debris to kind of fill up the bottom half. I'm even going to use a couple of bags of our landscape mix, but I'll go over all that in just a second. So there you go. We did the whole thing in under 45 minutes. Again, if I were to do it again and had myself a little bit better organized, probably could do it quicker, but not bad at all. And I didn't cuss once, and according to my wife, that's the sign of an easy project. In all seriousness, this was a breeze, and I'm serious that I'll probably never build a raised bed vegetable garden out of lumber again. When you factor in the hassle of getting the lumber, getting it cut, having all the tools necessary to put it together, and even when you're finished, it doesn't look this good. These things are rated for 20 years. The hardware is all stainless steel, so I don't have to worry about it rusting or corroding, and it looks fantastic. This is really going to look impressive in the garden. I'm so happy that Shades of Green is now offering these Vego Garden metal modular raised bed kits. I think they're a fantastic product. I think it's going to last a long, long time, and it's easy enough that anybody can do it. Again, the box is under 30 pounds for this unit. The other ones aren't much heavier. Anybody can pick this up, put this in their car, and within an hour, you're ready to fill it with soil and plant it up. So what do you say we go do that right now? And here it is. We've put it in place. Before I brought this over here, we had an old flower bed that was about 11 feet long and about 2.5 feet wide. So this was sitting on top of bare dirt. So I used the cardboard box that the Vego Garden Kit came in, and I've laid that down in the bottom here. That's going to help with prevent any weeds or other grass from popping up, anything that was still going in this flower bed that we didn't get all of when we dug it out. Don't want that popping up. Now I've got decomposed granite all around this, so grass is not really a problem, but just in case, that cardboard is going to decompose. It's going to turn into mulch, and that's actually going to feed my soil. So you get a little bit of weed prevention and a little bit of mulch. And the Vego Garden website has a whole page on their website about how to fill one of these beds the most cost-effective way. And part of that is an old German practice called hugelkultur, where you're going to take a lot of yard debris, some logs, or if it was a taller bed, some tree stumps, and you're going to put that in the bottom. Now, as these rot and decay, they're going to break down, release organic matter into the soil, but they're also going to get real spongy. If you've ever walked through a forest and seen a fallen tree, you notice that that's where most of the growth in the forest is happening, all around that fallen log. Same principle applies here. This will actually turn into a sponge at some point, right before it just completely falls apart. So that's all great for my soil. Then on top of your woody layer, you're going to add some lawn debris. And this is the end of summer, so I just took out my summer garden. This is a little bit of a lot of cucumber, some watermelon, a little bit of tomato vine, and I'm just going to take that and spread it out across the top of these logs. And I'll lay that out a little thin, mush it down a little bit, and that's just going to add more organic matter to my soil. As these plants break down, they're going to feed my soil. Then on top of this, I'll put a lesser grade of soil on top, and then the top third of this bed is where I want my best soil. That's where you want to spend your money. Now, you've got lots of options. If you shop at Shades of Green, I could recommend at least a half dozen different products that would work fantastic. If you don't buy from us, just know that you want your top half or top third to be the really good stuff. And the bottom, you can put the lesser stuff. As it rains, all those nutrients in the good soil are going to work their way down. And then every year, you'll probably top off with a little bit of layer of compost. All that's left to do now is plant it. This is the Vego Garden 6-in-1 Modular Metal Raised Bed Kit, available now at Shades of Green. I'm Tim with Shades of Green Nursery and Landscape in Frisco, Texas. Thanks for watching the Shades of Green Show.